All right. See that we have a lot of people attending from all around the world. So whether it's your morning, afternoon, or evening, it's really great to be with you here for another Webinar Wednesday. I think we're up to almost 25 Webinar Wednesdays. You can always catch them, the replays at brilliantdirectories.com/webinar. And as we're done editing the replays, they are available there for you to watch. My name is Jason, one of the co-founders and creators of the Brilliant Directories platform. In case you guys don't know, we started Brilliant Directories about 9 years ago. We built it to manage our own directory websites. We were not satisfied with the solutions that were out on the market. There were WordPress themes, eDirectory themes. They just weren't going to work for us, so we set out to create our own platform, and after a while we realized we had something really special here, so we gave up on our own directory website ideas and we decided to strictly focus on making the software the best that it could be. So here we are today. We're also joined with Patrick Brunelle, and Gabe will be here in the background to answer any questions that you guys are chatting in, so really glad to have Patrick and Gabe with us today. If this is your first time joining Webinar Wednesday, I saw a few new faces and names in the attendee list, so glad to see you here. I always recommend also joining our free LinkedIn Marketing Strategy Network. It's a free LinkedIn group. In case we don't get to your questions here in the hour that we have for the webinar, you can always start a discussion in that group, and myself, Patrick, David Rockland, other members of the BD family will respond, as well as, and the best part is fellow directory owners. Other Brilliant Directories website owners can also chime in, and we can have really constructive conversations there to answer any type of how-to questions, really marketing strategy questions to make sure you're getting the most out of your directory website project. And always just the kind of the rules of engagement and what you guys can ask and what we can cover in the webinars. It's really an open questions and answers forum. You guys can guide where you want the conversations to go. You can ask questions about setting up your website, generating revenue, adding and editing members, publishing content, general questions about how things work. There's really nothing that we won't cover in the webinar. If there's something we don't know the answer to, we'll let you know, and we'll try our best to get back to you with the best answer. So whatever's on your mind, if you have any challenges or hurdles, or if you're stuck with something on your website, this is the best place to ask those questions. We want to make ourselves available to you. So these webinars really are about helping you guys out the best that we can. And we have a few updates. We're launching updates weekly by the dozens. A lot of them are from some of the support inquiries that you guys send to us. Some of the things are already in our feature roadmap. So I just want to outline a couple things that I think are kind of important for new updates. One of them is we've actually improved the way your main menu works on mobile view, and I want to show you an example of that. So here is our Brilliant Directories demo site, and it looks like we have Patrick joining us here. And you'll notice you have two menus. You have your main menu, and then the user has their menu here on the side. And there was a little bit of kind of like a glitch that was happening on mobile, and we've fixed that at this point. Let me toggle this to a mobile view. And what you'll notice is the main menu is gone, obviously for mobile, it's up here. And the user's side menu is gone also, again, for better performance on mobile. Now, you'll notice when I toggle the user's menu, we see John Smith here and his menu options. The problem that was occurring that's been corrected is if you were on a mobile device or a tablet, if you happen to have scrolled down and then clicked on the menu, you wouldn't see it because it'd be stuck above where you just were. But what we've done is we've corrected it so that the menu follows you wherever you happen to be scrolling on the web page. And the same works for the main navigation menu. So you'll have your main menu. If there's drop-down links, you'll see this nice plus sign here. And there's nothing you guys need to do to configure this or set this up. It should automatically be working as default functionality on your websites. So we did a little bit of improvement here for better menu management on mobile devices. We've also added a add-on status checker. Add-ons have become very popular this year, and a lot of people are members of the VIP Add-ons Club, and they just want to know that the add-ons are installed on their websites. So we have created a page in the admin. Let me find that and pull that up for you. In order to see it, you'll see a nice big banner when you first log into your website, and it'll bring you to this page. It's a very simple page. It's also in a beta version because we're going to be adding more functionality to this page in case any add-ons have settings. So what you can do is basically check which add-ons are inactive, or if they're active, they'll link up green here. And what's really cool about this is when you do click on one of these links, it will take you to our support center, which tells you more about that add-on, any settings, any functionality that's related to that add-on. So it becomes a nice little information hub to not only show you which add-ons you have installed, active or inactive on your website, but it will provide you with guidance to the documentation, so you know how the add-on works and how you can best leverage it for your website. And you can get to this page in your main admin dashboard. There should be a nice big blue banner on the side there. You can click on that banner and it should bring you directly to this page. And speaking of add-ons, we actually have two add-ons we've mentioned in previous webinars, which are ready for release. And I think we have Patrick. Were you able to join us, Patrick?
Yes, I was. I had the blue screen of death with the Windows update, so I apologize for the delay, but here I am ready to get going.
Awesome. So I just thought maybe you could share a little bit about the InstaLoad search results that's now released. It's kind of like a lazy load functionality, and also the click to call members. If you just want to chat a little bit about these two add-ons that are now officially released.
Yeah, so we're excited about both of those releases. The InstaLoad will have a search result layout. In the past, we had tab search results layout, so you would load for perhaps the first 9 members on a search result page. And with the InstaLoad, it's going to load additional members on the same page without having to go to a second tab, a third tab, and so forth. So it's a much better experience, particularly in a mobile device mode, as you're seeing right now. Jason's sharing that on the screen. So that's an exciting update. And of course, the click to call functionality, what that does is that makes it easier, obviously, for people to call out to businesses. But I believe what it also does, Jason, and correct me, is it tracks, and we had gone over this in the last webinar, how many people click to show the phone number. One of the biggest concerns people have with showing phone numbers on directory listings is that they're worried, I'm not going to get any credit for those leads. So we've had a lot of people hide the phone number just for fear that they don't have a metric that they can leverage to show their paying members that it pays to be on the directory website. But with click to call, every time somebody clicks that button to show the phone number, that data gets tracked, which you can then use when talking to your members and showing them the benefits of being listed on your website.
Yeah, and that really helps with member retention. If a member is thinking about, canceling from your directory, Patrick said it very well. When you have metrics saying, well, our website has sent you 20 phone calls, or 20 lead submissions, or messages, or 20 clicks to your website, it's really hard with the member to argue with those facts that your website is generating online visibility for them, and therefore it should increase the retention and lower cancellation rates as well. So it's not only a good tool for providing good features for your members, it's also a business tool for you, and another arsenal in your tool belt for helping to keep your members on your website longer. All right, so that's good stuff there. And actually some good news about the add-ons. Those of you that are part of the VIP Add-Ons Club, I think by tomorrow we should have about 20 total add-ons that are active in the add-on marketplace here. So that's really exciting, and we always have our coming soon add-ons, which are always going to be released relatively soon as well. So if you're a member of the VIP Add-Ons Club, you do automatically get the click to call and the insta-load search results, you can just email support. You can go to your add-on checker. If you don't see that it's activated here, like the click to call here, you can just email support and say, hey, I'm a member of the VIP Add-Ons Club. Can you make sure this is installed on my website? So really cool stuff there. All right, and we have a quick flash survey. Last webinar, we asked you guys if you'd like us to spend time maybe focusing a part of the webinar on a specific topic or presentation. So I'm going to launch this poll here, and we want you guys to vote on what you would like us to, not the whole webinar, but lightly cover in the next coming webinar. Probably about 15 or 20 minutes we'll dedicate to a dedicated topic. So I'm going to launch a poll on the screen, and you guys can vote on the polls. You should be able to see that on your screen right now. And just let us know what topic you'd like us to cover. How to promote coupon codes to increase member signups. How to get your dang members to contribute more content to your website. How to get them to come back to your website and use it more. The other option is how to keep visitors from leaving your homepage, basically clicking through to additional pages on your website. I personally like that idea. And then there is one, the best way to leverage the multi-member manager. It's one of the hidden gems in our add-ons, and there is a lot of functionality there. And it looks like almost everyone has voted. It looks like 10 more people need to vote, and I will end the poll. So if you haven't voted yet, just let us know what you would like us to cover in the next webinar, and we'll be sure that we include a few slides that will educate you guys on some of the best practices for that topic. All right, it looks like just about everyone is voted in, so I'll close the poll. And I'll let you guys know the results right now. 33% would like to know how to keep visitors from leaving their homepage, from leaving their main page of their website. So Patrick, we'll cover that in the next webinar. We'll touch on some of the best practices to get visitors to click into internal pages and not leave and bounce away from your website. And the number 2 was the best way to leverage the multi-member manager add-on.
All right, I'm really looking forward to that because we're going to be able to go a little bit more in depth, and we'll be able to prepare slides or perhaps email templates or additional resources that go along with those topics. So going in this direction should really help take these webinars to the next level. So thank you for everybody's participation. I'm happy that how to keep visitors from leaving their homepage is the one that won, because that was the one I was most hoping to cover in the next webinar. So great stuff.
Awesome. Yeah, I like that topic too. And right before we get into the Q&A section, we have a really fun contest of the week, and it's to share your design. And before I'm going to leave this slide here, I'll come back to it in a second. So as you guys know, with Brilliant Directories, there is a section in the admin called Design Settings. And here you can create your own colors. You can design your footer and your logo and your colors and all that good stuff. But as you know, we do have pre-made color sets. A lot of people use these as a starting point and then change the individual colors themselves. And we want to see your custom color designs that you've made for your website. And it's not sharing your concept or your idea or anything like that. We just want to see your website, and the websites that we like the best will add the color, the design as one of the color sets. We'll give it a fun name, and it'll be part of one of the Brilliant Directories color sets. And to participate in this, you guys can email design@brilliantdirectories.com. Just email a link to your website if you've done any custom colors on it or anything like that, and we'll select the winning design. There can be multiple winners, so if we like multiple designs across the board, you'll win $200 in credits that you can apply towards any new purchases, whether it's add-ons or new sites or training sessions or website audits. But you'll have that $200 in credits, and we'll use the color set that you've created, and we'll actually save it as a master color set that other people could use in the future here in the color set library. Colors are fun, people love them. So this should be a fun one to see how you guys have done a creative job on your own website. So You could share your design, just email design@brilliantdirectories.com. Make sure to include a link to your website so we can check out the work you've done on your site, and then we'll select the winning color designs that we like the best and announce them in the next webinar. So that seems like a fun one there for everyone. All right, and now is the time to get to your questions. All right, Seth, I have unmuted your microphone. How you doing today?
Doing well. Okay, how am I coming through?
You're sounding great, Seth. Where are you calling in from?
Calling from the Philippines.
Philippines. Okay. What time is it out there in the Philippines?
It's early morning. It's 7:20 a.m.
Okay. It's 4:20 p.m. here in Los Angeles. So what's your question
Very
for us
nice.
today?
So actually, just have a really quick question, or I think it should be quick. Just enabled the review functionality the other day. Function. It's great. Everything works fine. Now we have how we've laid out our site is we kind of what I call, we have a default member listing view, and I'll give you an example for like hotels or food. We list when you click on the category, it defaults to a member listing view, which is great. You see the reviews, everything's fine. Now we also have what I've been calling, I guess, just a feature listing view, which is more like a classifieds view. And I'll give you an example of a category we use for that would be buy and sell, where when you click the buy and sell category, it lists as the classifieds as opposed to the members, because we think the classifieds are what everyone wants to see. Now, my question is, are we able to somehow, I guess, implement the review into the classifieds view? Does that question make sense?
Yeah. So
Because go ahead.
So the professional member is the one that has the reviews, and they're the ones publishing classifieds. You'd like the members' reviews to show with their classified listing.
Exactly.
It can be done. It's not an out of the box thing, but let me see if I can set it up on your site. If not, we can just quickly revert it, and it might be just a quick marketplace request if that's what you're looking for. Can I take a look at your site?
Yeah, sure thing. It's finditangelus.com.
All right. Give me one moment here. I'll just give it a 2-minute try here, and if I can't get it, I know it can be done because the classified is related to you can get the user's name, the user's last name, their company name. You should be able to maybe pull their reviews as well. And for everyone, this is the banner ad I was referring to that you'll see in your admin here to go to the add-on, the status of your website add-ons here. So let me just go to the homepage of your site, and let's go to classifieds. What do you have your classifieds listed under?
So you could go to buy and sell. Now, here's going to be the dilemma. We haven't really put any reviews in as of now. So I don't know if that's going to be a problem for this demonstration.
Okay. Yeah, it will be a problem because we'd need to have reviews set up. So why don't you do this? Why don't I take another question? Why don't you add a couple sample reviews, and then let me circle back. Let me circle back later in the webinar. Just use the raise your hand feature, and we'll come back and we'll give it a shot once you have some reviews in there.
That sounds great. Thanks so much, Jason.
All right, Seth. Sure thing. We'll catch up with you in a few minutes. All right. So
we have a couple of good questions, Jason. In the meantime, they should be quick ones for you. One of them is sent in by Tristan that's asking how he can add a form to a page, like a static content page, how he can go ahead and embed that. So for example, adding a contact us page to a new custom page that's created on a website.
Gotcha.
Per se.
All right, there's going to be 2 ways to do this, and I'll show both of them. Give me one moment.
Great.
So let's check out this site here, and let's go to some of the web pages that are available, and let's edit the how it works page first. Let's view the live page. So it's just a how it works page with an image and some content. And what I'll do is I'll edit this. Let me edit it here. I'm going to save a backup just so I can revert it back to what it was. What I'm going to do is I'm going to empty this whole page here so we have a blank page. And if you've created a custom form like a contact form, I'm pretty sure you can use form equals just like we use widget equals. So let's grab the login form. Let me give it. I haven't done this myself.
That's good.
Yeah, Pat?
It's going to work the same. You're right. Just with the variable of the form, however, I think is the only difference. But let's give that a try.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So it's either the form name or the form variable. So let's try with the form name first. Okay. We're not getting anything here. Let's try with the form variable, which is the system variable here. And it should work. Hope it works. There we go. So here is our no additional styling applied. The member login form is rendering here. So yeah, it is. Pat's correct. So you would do form equals in the page, and then you want to grab what the system variable is here.
Could you go ahead and copy that in the chat? I know it's very simple text, but it'd be great for everyone to have it. And again, you can embed any form you like on any page that's in the system. So it could be the contact form, the member login, a custom form that you created with a unique variable name, and embed them in any place you like, as simple as that.
Great. I'm going to share this in the public chat for everyone, how to embed a form. I'll do enter, and let me paste this code as well. And again, you use the system variable name after the equal sign. And also important, make sure there's no spaces before or after the equal sign. Make sure that you have just no spaces before here and after and before the bracket closes. So what I've done is I've planned ahead, and I can just save the original page that I had. And this should revert back to what it needs to be. And we have this person eating a bowl of salad. So we are good to go.
And just as a little bonus tip, I know it comes in quite a bit. Did you want to show everybody how they can change for the website contact us form, how you can change the email that gets sent out when somebody submits the contact us form?
Yeah. So you guys have a default contact us form on your website, which also can be modified. So when a user fills this out, they get a confirmation email, right, Pat?
That's correct.
Okay, and
that's correct.
And you know what we have is just a standard template saying thank you, your message has been received. We'll contact you soon. But what Pat is kind of alluding to is you can actually turn that into more of a marketing email, asking them for to do other types of actions. But let me show you where you would edit I guess we'll call it a confirmation email after the message is sent. So you can go to...
And I'll give you an example of people doing this. For example, some people want to have a registration form on their website where people fill out a form and they register to be on the site, or it's a form for them to advertise on the site. So would you like to advertise on the site? Fill out this form. So the steps are really to copy the contact us form, and then you're able to change what email goes out when they submit it. So it's good to know that different forms have different settings, and oftentimes these are easily missed, and Jason's gonna go ahead and show us how you can control if an email goes out and what email goes out when a form is completed.
First of all, you bring up a good point. If you fill out that form because you're doing a test on your website and you're trying to figure out, well, which email template was that? I think there's about 40 or so pre-made email templates that are available to you guys. What I like to do is if you just copy some of the text that's in the email, because let's say you don't know which one of the 40 it is for some reason, if you just copy some text in the email, whether it's from the subject line or the body, like we have received your message, this is a really quick way to identify what the email might be that you're searching for. And as you can see, I'm searching these phrases and I'm getting the contact us form. So if you wanted to customize this, you can click on Customize. And something really interesting here is you'll notice a lot of these percentage signs. And what these are is, it's not an error. they're actually variables. So this is your website name. Now, when you're customizing a site, you might want to just put in what the name of your website is, or you can keep it as a variable. But what I like is if you scroll down here, there is a variable map here, email variables that you can include. So you can include a person's first name or last name, so on and so forth, email. So you can say like, hi, John, you can do hi, first name, and it'll create a nice, it'll fill in the template. So when this automatic email goes out, it'll say, hi, John, thanks for sending us your, this message and so on. So here you can edit the message that goes out after you fill out a contact form, just like any one of the other email templates. Did you want to touch on anything else here related to this, Pat?
No, that was it. I thought it was just a really good thing to cover real quickly.
Yeah, and so you would go to emails, email templates, and then identify the email template you want to modify, and you can hard code the text, or you can continue using the variables here. But it's a great way to, you can write like, also check out our Facebook page while you're waiting, and then put a link to your Facebook page. So very simple things like that can enhance some of these emails just a bit more and get a little bit more engagement from a very simple engagement request that someone submitted through your website. All right, good stuff there. Thanks for sharing that, Pat. All right, I see some new names here and faces. Grace, I've unmuted your microphone.
Oh, hi there, Jason. I've been really curious to see if this database would support matches between, let's say, a mentor and a mentee. I'm part of a university, and that's one of our signature features, that not only do we offer courses, but we want to offer a highly relational experience. So the only challenge is that in some cases, either the mentee or the mentor would want to keep their identity, or certainly their address, confidential. So I'm wondering if you could speak to that.
Yeah, actually, Patrick and I were talking about the mentor-mentee relationship a few weeks ago. And also, Patrick is one of the biggest fans of our matching add-on. So, Pat, I think if you want, we can actually help set the settings up for you on your site if you'd like to use that as an example. So that the address is hidden.
Okay.
Pat, do you wanna take the controls?
So do you have a website with us that we can set this up on?
Not yet.
Oh, okay. In that case, maybe Patrick, do you want to show how you can make certain types of data hidden from ever displaying? You would probably set everything to no in that sense, in that case, right?
Yeah, I probably would have a few more questions on the whole concept.
Okay.
The mentor-mentee, you don't want an email address shared either, is that correct, or is that acceptable to be sent?
No, that would be acceptable.
So you don't want a physical address to be shown?
Correct.
They don't
on their profile page in particular?
Yes.
Yeah, because it's extremely easy to control what displays on the front end of a member's profile and what doesn't display. So you can capture this internally for your data, but you can hide what fields are displayed and not. So there's two places you can control this. Jason's actually going to show you the first one right now, which is like their phone numbers. It's under managed products. You can edit the different membership tiers. So it could be mentee, for example, right? So you click edit, and you can hide the phone number. You can hide the map, so nobody can see where they physically are. You can hide the ability to contact them as well, and you could even go as far as which is the one that needs the privacy? I'm assuming the mentee in particular.
Actually, the mentor more likely.
The mentor is more likely to be stalked by the mentee.
Understood. So do you want the mentor profile to be visible on the front end of the website, or a secret profile that is just meant for connecting them to mentees?
That's a good question. So if the person already has an avatar or a pseudonym, then obviously we don't mind if they go by like a different author name. That's fine. Then we'd love to publicize that person, knowing that their real identity is concealed. But I'm thinking specifically if we know of a mentor who would be great for a broad spectrum of mentees, but we want to make sure that nobody knows who that person is except themselves, the administrator.
Perfect. Yeah, so there's a few ways you can do this. The nice thing is with Brilliant Directories is you'll see just on this short 5 minutes how many different things you can do out of the box. One thing I would do as a quick hack is, and I've done this for other people, is they say exactly what you're saying. I want them to have essentially a display name, right? Something that's for public profile, for the public to see. I don't want it to be their real name. So what you do is you force them to be listed as companies, and you repurpose the company variable as their display name. So that's going to automatically hide the first name and last name from appearing anywhere on your website. You just got to rebrand company name to be display name in the form manager, and that's the next thing we're going to show you as well, is how to hide things in the form. But if you call that display name and you make it a company and not an individual, you're guaranteed the first name and last name not to appear and only the display name to be utilized. And you can make that a mandatory field. And it's very easy in the form manager to give them instructions and let them know how important it is for them not to use their real name when creating this. The other thing you're able to do with Brilliant Directories is you're able to decide by membership tiers if they're visible to the public or not. So what I would do is I would have a mentor profile that gets created be non-searchable initially, have your staff verify that they've set everything up properly, particularly with their display name, and then manually move them to a membership tier that makes them public to the profile, to the website searches. So that's default functionality.
I'm sorry, can you say that last part? If how we decide by membership tier?
Let me bring that up so she can visualize that.
Yeah, that'd be great. So imagine if you had two membership levels. You had mentor application and mentor, another one called mentor, which is the ones that are live, right, for your website. So everybody would sign up as a mentor application membership tier, and that membership tier will be non-searchable. So there's a setting there that Jason's going to show us. That says make searchable. If you scroll up, I'm sorry, Jason. Hide listings from search engines and listing searchable on website. No. So if you select those two settings, now all the mentors that are signing up are not going to be found by anybody using your website. Great. You would have another membership tier that would be just called mentor or mentor approved or whatever you want to label it. And you would manually move them, and maybe Jason can show you how you can manually move members to different membership tiers so that when you move them to approve, instantly they start appearing in search result pages on your home page and so forth.
Wow.
So to move a member from one membership level to another, maybe they're going through some kind of a membership funnel with you. They're first they're applicants, then you're approving them, and each membership level can have their own set of rules and restrictions. You can come here and you can actually change their membership level. So if you had more membership level options, you can start toggling between what this person should now be because they've gone through some kind of a requirements that they fulfilled with you.
Okay, wonderful.
And then the next thing Jason was show us how to hide information from displaying on a profile page in the form manager as well.
Correct. So yeah, there is a third way here. So there's those settings that we saw, yes or no, but this is the form people are actually filling out. This looks familiar: first name, last name, and then the company name. And you can see here I can change this to display name. And if you don't want these elements to definitely show, there is an advanced setting here. And these are display options. You can set them all to no.
Okay.
The only one that you'd want set to yes is the input view. That's when members are actually inputting their information. But everything else you want set to no, so it doesn't show on their profile. It doesn't show in email templates. It doesn't show anywhere else. So there's multiple ways to suppress content on your website as far as member information.
But it's good data for the directory owner to know, for you to know how many people, how many mentors we have in Chicago, how many mentors in Florida, what is their phone number. So you want to collect the data. You just don't want the public to have access to it. So again, all of this default out-of-the-box functionality with Brilliant Directories. So it's very robust, particularly for what it is you're looking to achieve.
No, this is excellent. Does this database actually do any matching itself? So let's say we have a mentor and mentee who have no problems displaying who they are and their contact info. Is there any way that the database would automatically, let's say, put together someone from Argentina with a certain research interest with others who have a similar interest and are from the same place?
The way that I would go ahead, Jason. If you have a solution, go for it.
Sure. I was going to say, if there's an intent for someone wanting to be matched with another member, the system does have a lead matching functionality, and it uses category and location as the parameters for how individuals are matched. All that needs to happen, though, is, and I'll go to just this person's random listing here on this website. There needs to be a request created by somebody that they want to be connected with this member. So they need to just fill out the form and say, they need to submit something so the system knows to initiate a match.
Okay.
That's pretty much how it works in a nutshell.
Yay.
All right.
Well, terrific. Thank you both.
You're very welcome. Great questions there. All right, good question from Gracie. I knew I saw a new name there, and it looks like she's just thinking about her idea to get started, so I'm glad we could get to her question. I see another new name here, and Annalisa, is that how you pronounce your name?
It's Annalisa. Can you hear me?
Annalisa, yes. Thank you. Where are you calling in from?
I'm calling from Jamaica, Kingston, Jamaica.
Okay, thank you. And what's your question for us today?
Okay, my website is businessja.com, right? My issue is
how do you spell that?
BUSINESSJA. So that's businessja.
Gotcha. Okay. Thank you. Continue, please.
Mm-hmm. So my issue is I want to know how I can get my members. I want their location to show second. Basically right now I am having my members their membership sorry, excuse me, let me look. The name of their company is showing last, right? And I want it to show first because that's what persons will be searching for, right? But right now their location is showing first and I don't want that. How do I go about doing that?
Gotcha. My browser just froze. And when you say location, you mean in their search results? When you're looking at the search results?
Say they're from Mandeville. Say they're from Mandeville or they're from Kingston. I don't want Kingston local business to show first. I want the name of the business. Like we have here above international, and I want that to show first. It's an hairdresser, and I want her company name to show first, if you understand.
Okay, let me go to your search results here. Is this your site here, Business JA?
Hold on. Yes, it is.
Okay, and who's something I can search for? A name.
Above and beyond. It's on Google mostly. So on the search engine.
On the search engine.
Yeah, so that's above and beyond, right? Okay. But in Google, if I am supposed to search for the company, then it is only going to show me their location first, or where the company is and not the company name.
All right, let's see. I'm doing above and beyond, and then I'm just doing a Google search to see if I can get this listing. Let me just do some quotations here. Okay, here is the listing here. It says Mandeville local business above and beyond. So it's saying above and beyond first, and then it's saying it's saying above and beyond second, and the location first.
Yes.
In Google. All right, Patrick. My browser froze. Do you want to show her how she can? You want to switch presenters and show her how she can switch the company name with the location name. And once we do this change, it might take a couple weeks for Google to notice the change, but it will happen in a short amount of time, maybe a week or two, maybe sooner.
Okay.
So I'm glad we were able to figure out what you're referring to. And the site is Business JA Patrick.
All right, I'm there right now. So yeah, go ahead and give me the controls, and I'm happy to give a tour.
You got it. Thanks. There you go.
All right. And I hope my connection is good. The weather is pretty crazy. For those that don't know, I am in Costa Rica, and you're in, I believe you're in Jamaica. So hopefully the weather is okay where you're at right now. But
Yes,
that's why
it is excellent.
All
It's
right.
pretty warm here.
Very happy to hear that. So are you able to see my screen?
Yes, I am.
All right, perfect. So what we're going to do here is we're going to go to the admin of your website. We're going to go to a place that is called the SEO templates. And the one that people want to customize the most is the profession. So this is the one that we're at right now. I'm looking here that it seems as though you would require an update to get the latest SEO templates, but you may want to email support at Brilliant Directories for that, but we're going to show everybody where you're able to edit that for the file name, because we've cleaned up the SEO templates, so it's easier to identify which ones are able to do what. So this here, what we're looking at is an SEO template layout. If we scroll down, all of the layouts have the same. This is called the SEO meta details. This is what Google is showing. This right here, this is the order. These are the variables. So you can see it's calling the city, then it's calling the profession, then it's calling the full name, and then the profession again. So if we change or swap out the order of these variables, it's going to show different. So again, that's why you're seeing the city and then the profession. Now the profession variable, in case you're wondering where that is, because this variable is the most utilized variable throughout your website. It's even here at the top. So we'll go into your general settings, and we could see here that the profession name is local business. So that's why those two combine. So it's the town, right, the city, and then it says local business, and then it says the company name. So if you want to customize this description, and you don't need to use variables. This is just using variables so that it's quick and easy to launch a website, right? So you can put the full name first. Is that what you want?
Yes, the full name of the company first.
Exactly. So we've done that, and then you can have it be the name of the city, and then you can have it say local business, or if you want to put businessja.com, you can put it right there in the title. This is where you edit it, and you can test it. Ideally, you're going to have keywords that people are searching for, and then also if you scroll down, you're going to see that you also have the SEO description for social media sharing. This is something people ask us a lot. They say, how can I control what is shown when people share the link to their profile on their Facebook page? So in case you're curious, this is the social media sharing SEO settings, and this is the Google SEO settings, or all search engines SEO settings. So it's good to go and give both of those a little bit of love so that they can display the way you'd like them to.
Okay, so I can do it now, or I would have to have an update first.
No, you can save those changes, Pat. I think you did it correctly there.
Yeah. I'm going to save them for you right now.
Thank you very much.
My pleasure. And you can do that for any SEO template in the system and customize how that displays.
And Pat, why don't you go to the link up there where it says Kingston Local Business, and if you refresh the page, you have a tab open there. If you do a hard refresh, we should see that should start with now it starts with Beaumont's Car Rentals, and then so you can see right there in the tab the change has already taken place, and it'll just be a matter of time before Google picks up those changes too.
Okay, thank you.
You're very
All
welcome.
right, my pleasure. So just a little tip, because you have local business in there twice, I would probably just call the profession variable one time instead of having local business appear two times. If we hover over this, we can see that it says, in this case, it'll say local business, local business. So it's something that you may want to consider as well.
Okay then.
All right.
Another question, quick.
If it's
So
if
how
it's a
do I
quick
go about
answer,
doing
we can help. What is it?
Okay, can you send me a link on how to do the upgrade or the update of the website?
Yeah. If you can chat to Gabriel in the chat right now, and Gabriel will be happy to send you a link so that, or instructions on how you can get the latest SEO templates installed on your website.
Okay, sure. Thank you very much.
All right, my pleasure.
Okay, good question about SEO. Thanks for taking that one, Pat, and fielding it there with that one.
Jason, I promised Vincent he had a very interesting topic. I thought everybody would enjoy us discussing it. It had to do with the article that we wrote just a couple of weeks ago about how to basically some hacks on getting your members to add content. He wanted us to go a little bit more in detail in terms of some of the tips that we had in that particular article.
Yeah, we can. Let's touch on it. I actually enjoyed writing this article with you. Let's see the title: 3 Secret Hacks to Turn Your Website into a Content Publishing Powerhouse. So yeah, why don't you share a little bit about the relevance of this article and why content is even important for websites?
Yeah, absolutely. So one of the biggest challenges that new directory owners face is having enough content on their website that when the new user comes to their website, that they feel like it's an established website, that it's worth sticking around on the website and searching. If you have content, if you have sections that, and this will tie into next week's webinar, but if you have something to offer them, the chances that they stay on your website and start browsing go through the roof. Having only a member search and not offering them anything else in terms of a member search, that might make it a little bit tricky for them to stay on site. So knowing some hacks, like we call them hacks, right? Tricks on how you can get your members to contribute that content for you really goes a long way. The biggest tip from the article was really related to the recurring functionality that comes with the recurring events add-on for your website. One of the biggest challenges of coupons and events is directory owners spend a lot of time adding coupons. They spend a lot of time adding events, then they launch, and guess what? All those coupons and events they added are either expired or they're past date. So then all that content they added is, since it's expired, it no longer displays on the website. So what the recurring event functionality does is allows your members to create the content one time. So let's say I have Taco Tuesdays, I have a restaurant, and what I don't have time to do as a restaurant owner, I don't have time to log into my account every single week and add a new event letting everybody know it's Taco Tuesday. So I'm not going to bother with directories because I just don't have time. I like the idea. I'd like to advertise. I don't have time to log in every week. But now you can tell those business owners, hey, with Brilliant, with this directory, you just need to add your event one time, and you need to check the box of how often it's recurring, and every single week or every single time the latest one expires, a new one will automatically display on the website. So what this does is it serves 2 purposes. One, it's giving busy business owners content to add and only having to log in one time to do it. Even if I'm a busy business owner, I can buy into that. So what Jason and I did is we actually wrote out email templates, phone scripts, and showed you 3 exact ways we would leverage this functionality and how we would sell that to members. So it's just a matter of reading the different strategies that we shared and seeing which one would apply for your particular member base. So yeah, it's just a really great, it's a great technique to utilize. I've even seen some people leverage the recurring events functionality and rename it daily specials. I think we talked about that in a previous webinar, but that's also a great tool. So you have something every Monday, every Thursday's wing night, every Saturday's karaoke night. And the second, so we said it serves two purposes. The other purpose is that all-important website visitor that we talk about all the time that's often forgotten. You want to make sure that there's a lot of content on your site, so they say that it's a valuable place to go to. If I know I can go to your website and I see a ton of daily specials or a ton of events that I could do on a specific day, I might come back to the site, I might click around, my bounce rate goes down, my relevancy goes up, I get more organic traffic. It's just a cycle that starts picking up steam. And it's definitely something that we recommend everybody read and everybody try to apply for their own websites. And that's basically it.
Awesome. Well said. Yeah, I agree with you. But I think that's the number one mental hurdle is for people getting started is, or even wanting to get started is, I don't know why people are going to come to my idea when I have nothing and I'm starting with nothing. But you can add members yourself, you can import members, you can write your own articles to get started, you can add your own deals to get started. Another good strategy around this is when you're adding content to your site. You know, Brilliant Directories has a ton of features. Let me go to our demo site here. You know, it has events, coupons, jobs, photo galleries, video galleries. One of the pitfalls that I see many people falling into is they start their site with all these features and content types available, and it's impossible for a single person to fill any one of these content types, events, coupons, with enough information that's actually going to make their site look like it has meaningful resources. So what's a good idea is to limit it down to one or two, including the member database as well, adding members, and really focus on just adding events or only adding job listings, and really make those parts of your site really robust and have a lot of good content. And you're going to make your job a lot easier. You're going to deliver better content, a better website package to your visitors, and you'll see better results rather than having tons of different. Sure, you have lots of types of content, but a majority of it's going to be empty, and that doesn't serve you well or your website visitor well. So keep that in mind when you're getting started, is to keep things simple for yourself and reduce the number of challenges and hurdles you need to overcome just to get your main proof of concept online. All right, well, Vincent, we couldn't unmute your mic there, but I think we got a lot of good discussion there around publishing content on your website, so thank you for that. All right, we got lots of hands up here. Let's go back. Seth, I'm going to go back to you because I promised I'd unmute your mic. Were you able to add reviews to your site?
Yes, I was. I added 2 test reviews to the section we looked at, which is the buy and sell. So thanks for coming back to me. Finditangelis.com.
All right. Again, I'm 50-50 if I'm going to be able to get this set up for you, but if this doesn't work, then we know that it'll just need the help of a developer to get it done for you from the marketplace. And again, it's a very straightforward request. It could be done relatively quickly. So let's go to your site. And which members did you add the reviews for, you said?
It's going to be the first 2 that pop up.
All right. Let me do sort by reviews. There we go. So Drico. So I'm going to...
For some reason, I'm not seeing your screen.
Sorry about that. All right.
Oh, no problem.
Now you can see I'm on the site here.
Yep.
We're on your search results. What I did is I sorted by most reviews, and I quickly got to Justin and Drico.
Great.
So what would be nice is the code that's rendering this here, if we can pop it into the classifieds page. Now, does this guy also have a classifieds ad that we can test with?
Yes, he does. So if you go, for example, the only way I know how to get to is kind of from the home page. So if you go back to buy and sell, they're
We might
classified
might have
are
a
the first.
might have a quicker way. If we go to the admin area, we can go to manage posts.
Oh, great.
And we can go to classifieds. You've got 214 classifieds, and I can search for which one has it. Justin?
I think it was those first two that were just
All right.
there before.
So we got Justin here. He's got a pair of Fly Adidas ZX Flux limited editions. So let's go to his this page here. So you got your classified here. You got the sidebar on the left, and let's do one quick thing here. Here's his profile page. I'm going to need to do show widgets on this to see what's rendering this these stars here. Well, let's see, maybe I could just render this widget here. It looks like it's a function. And what I'm going to do is drop into your post settings. So these are your posts. So in case those of you who don't know, this was a quick way to get a 360 view of all the content that's published on your site. You can see he's got 30 events, some commercial space, classifieds, and then you can filter here by keyword. And you saw how quickly I found Justin. So just a quick little shortcut there for everyone. So let's edit your classified. Let's look for classifieds. Just want to make sure it's classifieds. And I'm going to edit the detail page. So with Brilliant Directories, everything is in the cloud. There's no reason to edit PHP files like you would normally with WordPress. So this is the detail page specifically for classifieds. We're going to jump into a little bit of code here. So everyone stay calm. Don't get too scared here. Let me try something here. Let me just do widget equals, and this seems to be the widget that is rendering on the members listing page. Let's save that. What I'm referring to is it's the widget that's rendering here to show the stars. Again, I really hope this works right now. I hope you're crossing your fingers, Seth. Let's refresh the page. I don't know if it is. Okay.
Oh, look at that. Wow.
We got something, but you'll see it's empty. It's not getting his star rating.
It's not registering the stars, yeah.
It's not registering the stars. It probably needs to just be preceded with something to get his star rating. So let me just quickly go in here, and I might be able to do something for you. Let's edit the profile header. I just want to take a look at this real quick and see if there's something that is getting the user, or get the review data. Yeah, okay, it looks like this gets the review data. I'm going to put this, let me just copy this whole thing and I'll take what I need. Again, this is just a little higher level stuff for everyone, but the good news is all is possible with Brilliant Directories, and I'm going to get rid of that, and it looks like the review stuff ends right here. This is other stuff we don't need. All right, let's save the changes again. So this is calling the database saying get the user's review stuff, and then when we render this widget, it should have the right information to display the star rating here. That did not work. Let's try refreshing it one more time just in case it took another moment. All right, so I'm obviously not doing something right, just a little bit out of my personal scope. This would, again, it's just, I'm missing something here. I don't know what it might be. I'm on the right track, but I'm not doing something right.
Yeah, we're very close. Can we check something real quick? I wonder, even with how you have it right now, would that also show on like the feature listing view, like not just the listing itself, but if you go back, click buy and sell, would it show, yeah, like on the classifieds view?
Yeah, so what we would do there, and is, you know what, normally I would remove the code, but I'm gonna leave this code here for you. And I'm gonna, because it's just missing the thing that references it. So we're gonna put this in the search results page loop. I'm gonna put this, let's see where appropriate place would be to put this in the search results. Probably, let's just put it under the location for right now.
Yeah.
And what you'll need to finish this off with is, let's see here, let me just find the location. Here we go. I think this should work.
Well, this is actually perfect because we have a developer, and what I could do is I could just show him what you did here and see if he could figure out just like the minor tweak.
Yes, that's exactly what you should show him, is like just to query the database to get the review stuff, and then you should be good to go. Let me just get that in the search results also for you, and then we'll just let it be for now. I'm going to just use the PHP version to render this, and it's, if you have a developer on hand, that's great. Again, this is just a little outside the box of what BD does normally, but I think we're really close there. So let me just make sure we're getting the stars here. Okay, so we're getting the stars here. We just need to get the number of stars to show. And if you inspect this widget here, the Bootstrap theme member profile header, that I'm confident the answer will be in there for you, Seth.
Got it. Perfect. Thank you so much for doing that. Where can I rewatch these screencasts?
Gotcha. So we're actually like a couple weeks behind on the most recent ones, but
Okay.
if you go to brilliantdirectories.com/webinars, I think, and it's the first tab here. These are the training webinars. It starts with episode 1. We started on January 18th of this year, and then you can scroll all the way down. And I think we're missing 2 that aren't published yet. So this would be number 25, I think. So hey, let's celebrate number 25. So yeah, there's 2 that are pending, plus this one would make episode 25 episodes. But they will be here on brilliantdirectories.com. You can just type in webinar, and it'll slingshot you right here.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much for your help, Jason.
All right, Seth. Good luck with that. Join us in the next webinar. Let us know if you get that working.
Will do.
All right. Have a great day. Thanks. All right. So we're 0 for 2 for Seth, but we got him in the right direction, so I feel good about that. And let's see here. I just wanted to recap for everyone the contest of the week. I see that a lot of people joined us just a little bit later. We're looking for, if you've made a custom design on your site, whether it's using colors, email design@brilliantdirectories.com. You can include a link to your website. And what we're looking for is the color design of your site. We don't really care too much about the industry you're serving. We want to see the color set that you've created for your site. And if we like the color theme that you've created, we'll add it to our pre-made color sets. We'll give it a nice name, and you can win $200 in credits that you can apply to any new purchases. All right, and Pat, you said you had a question lined up for us as well?
Yeah, I'm going to see if I can unmute Saul's mic here. Hey, Saul, can you hear us okay?
Yes, I can. Yeah. How are you?
All right, fantastic. Hello. So you had a question for us regarding email automation and best practices. Could you tell us a little bit more about it?
Okay. The website is smea.org.au. We're the SME Association of Australia, and I just want to say that Brilliant Directories is just brilliant, absolutely brilliant. We can't believe what's actually happening with the traffic. All we did, we launched the site in early August, and from a WordPress site to the Brilliant Directory site, and we got an instant 575% increase in traffic. We are now getting, without spending a cent, we are now getting about 140 new subscribers a week. Again, without spending a cent, that's just coming to put in their details or to claim something, but majority of them are actually, what's happening is that their website is actually ranking below ours. You know, ours is coming up before their own website.
Their listing on your website is outranking the company's own website?
Correct. And
it's a good problem to have.
It is a good problem to have. The other thing is that we're seeing all these 140 new emails being inputted into the platform, but I'm used to either GetResponse or ActiveCampaign with autoresponders and and all that, I just can't get my head around how to do that within Brilliant Directories. Like as soon as someone joins, we want to offer them something else, another tool that we have, a free tool for members, for businesses in Australia, and then once they open that, then I want to send them something else a week later, or so I just need to know more or less best practice and how to do auto responding. Look, we've got at the moment about 220,000 people on the website, and we're even getting reviews. We just don't know how this is all happening. We have no idea how this is happening, but it is.
That's great, Patrick. You wanna take that one? I know that you've dabbled with setting up newsletter campaigns based on email submissions and form submissions into the Brilliant Directories platform.
Yeah, I'd be happy to show my best practices, out of the box functionality, of course, regarding the Brilliant Directories platform.
Should I pass?
Go ahead and
should I pass it to you? All right, you got it.
Yep. All right, and actually, I'm sorry to do that. Could you repeat the name of your website? I know it was an abbreviation. It was
smea.org.au.
Okay, perfect.
We're also ready to start spending some money now. We've got a budget on ads, Google Ads, and all that. But this is all just happening organically.
All right, so let's start taking a look at this. First and foremost, obviously, congratulations. There's a couple of things that you can do with automation. I'm going to look here and see what you have in terms of the lead engine. Beautiful. You have the add-ons club, so that's going to be fantastic as well, because I'm going to show you some stuff with the lead engine. So the one that's obviously the easiest one to understand, and most people know that exists, is the automated email that people get when they sign up. You can control that right here. And that's where when they sign up on the site, they instantly get that particular email thanking them for joining. So if they're claiming their profile and they're picking a specific tier, you can control exactly what information they get and what email they get after they sign up. I'm assuming that you're already utilizing that particular email. In terms of automation, the other automation that you're able to do easily with the Brilliant Directories platform, because you have the auto matching plugin, is to go into the different actions that occurs on the website, such as when they receive a direct lead, which means somebody contacts them on their profile. You can control what email they get in that instance. You can control what email they get when it's a lead that you send them via the get match form, and other actions occurring on the site. But I believe your particular question is not so much these automated triggers that happen based on action on a website. You're wanting to do some form of drip campaign, or make sure that everybody's hearing from you 2 weeks after signing up and so forth. Correct? All right. Yeah. So we're going to jump into that part of it now. There is, and again, you'll only want to use these if they're real members. You wouldn't want to do this as an email blast unless they really did come in and claim. But I'll show you some really cool functionality with the out-of-the-box email newsletter and why I really like the way it was set up. So I might have gone a little fast there. So just to repeat, I went to emails, then I went to the send newsletter option, and then we're going to go ahead and we're going to create a new email campaign. I'm going to go ahead and give it, I'll give it the 2 weeks after sign up, if you like, or you can call it whatever you like. And then of course you'd have to create an email template in the email templates that you'd want to call for that. So I don't know what that would be, a newsletter, or what's new with the website, or new products, like you said, that you'd like to send out to them. Once the template is created, then what you're able to do is you're able to select that template here from your email templates. And as you'll see, we made it very easy for you to find your custom templates at the top. We have a lot of default templates. It can get difficult to find them, but if you created a new template, and as we can see here, you have 2 of them, article posted and new review. Those are going to show up at the top. So they're easy to find for you. So let's say you wanted to send the new review, even though it's not what we want to send. Let's say that's what you wanted to send. You're then able to scroll down and you're able to select which tiers are going to get which particular newsletter. So you can send a newsletter to people that have submitted a review. You can send a newsletter to people that have tried to contact your members, or in this case, you can send a review to your basic members. Now, the functionality that's unique here is there. If you scroll to the bottom, you're going to see there's these checkboxes, and you're going to see by default the way the Brilliant Directories platform works is it's not going to send that email template if the member has already gotten that email. So let's say you have 303 basic members and you send them all this email that you all want them to get today. And 3 weeks from now, you log back in and you check off the basic members again, and you send out that email again. You can rest assured that these 303 people are not going to get that email again. Only the new basic members that did not get that email template are going to get that email campaign. So while it's not a drip sequence like a HubSpot software per se, this does give you the power to send out segmented email campaigns to specific product groups or specific levels of members, and make sure that they don't get the same newsletter twice.
Okay, so is it possible to, do you know whether if they open or did not open, you know, the email, is that possible to do there too?
If your website is getting significant amount of traction and things are really rocking and rolling, which is the goal of everybody on this webinar, is to get to that point. At that point, you may want to consider looking to use a software like MailChimp that's extremely affordable, that has incredible metrics, that focuses 100% on email and email reporting and email metrics, that gives 100% of its development functionality to email delivery, and possibly migrating your list to MailChimp and then managing emails through there. That's what I would personally do if I wanted to take my email marketing to the next level with my members.
We actually have MailChimp. We also have Active Campaign, and we got GetResponse for different levels of membership. Yeah.
And also, just so you know, like integrating your sign-up forms with MailChimp is actually a quite small customization that you could accomplish in the marketplace. There's not much work that goes into that, believe it or not. And then every time someone signs up, that could automatically be fed into your MailChimp list, the one that you've designated as new members, and you can instantly plug them in, so you would never have to manually be copying members over. So that's a good solution. That's flawless.
Is it only MailChimp, or is it the others also? Can I also get the others?
Constant Contact, Aweber, all of those would be good solutions to have those lists automatically integrated with those email platforms. So a lot of people do that. Again, this is not something I recommend people do before. What I love that you've done here is that you've gotten your proof of concept, you're getting traction, you're getting people using it, and now you know it's time to look for a solution that can grow with you, rather than having spent this time and resources before launching and knowing if this is the right niche. So that's a fantastic
thing. We're even getting sponsors now. Amazing. Approaching us. Yeah. So yeah, okay then. No, we're absolutely wrapped in this. It's a brilliant, and I have referred a few people, you know, to Brilliant Directories and that. So no, we just love it. We just want to maximise it. That's what we want to do, you know, and we want to have a bit of a drip, so that if they don't do, it's more if they don't do something. You know, like the last thing you want them to do is to come in here but don't do anything. You know, it's more or less like a set and forget to them. So, you know, like it'd be nice if you had something like, you know, a member that has.
You know who's really good for that is HubSpot. HubSpot is a little pricey, but if you have the traction that warrants paying for that type of solution, they're really good at creating campaigns when actions are not met, rather than when things happen. And what's good about HubSpot is you can put a HubSpot tracking ID in your website code, so it knows which visitors are visiting which pages. So if one of your contacts fails to visit a success page or some page that you're really wanting them to visit, or a form to complete, you can then initiate campaigns based on that inactivity, using HubSpot. HubSpot is a very comprehensive program. It's a real business decision to want to go that route. But if you are getting the traction, it does warrant that type of a robust solution.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Fantastic. Congratulations.
Thank you, Sal.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Great words from Sal. Great to hear he's having good traction with his site, and honestly, not too much customization from what I can see on his site. He's just found himself in a really nice niche, and he launched the product. The most important thing is to launch your website. I know it could be tempting to continue tinkering on your website and making small changes, and with the date format and the colors and this and that, but the key to everything is launching your idea to the world, and then you can make decisions like these afterwards. So I'll say, Pat, I think we're good on time for this webinar. This was a terrific webinar. I love the questions that we got from everyone. It was highly valuable for myself to see where people are at with their websites. So thank you guys for joining us. I know, Patrick, I think you enjoyed this one too. So we'll join you guys in 2 weeks in the next webinar. That's in 2 weeks. Feel free to join the contest. If you've done some type of a creative design on your site, send it to design@brilliantdirectories.com. We'd love to check it out, and you'll have an opportunity to win $200 in credits. In the next webinar, we will cover how to make sure your visitors do not leave your homepage. So if you're having trouble with your site, with people leaving your homepage, we'd love for you to bring that up in next week's webinar. We'll spend about 15 or 20 minutes presenting on that topic, and then we'll go to you guys for some questions and examples and see if we can actually improve some of your homepages so they'll convert better for website visitors. Also, don't forget about the new add-on releases. Click to Call is awesome. Insta-load search results. It's going to provide your visitors, especially on mobile devices, with awesome performance and a user experience. And lastly, join us in the LinkedIn Marketing Strategy Network. You can go to brilliantdirectories.com/LinkedIn. It's totally free. We'd love to see you there. If we didn't get to your questions in this webinar, sorry. We can carry the conversation, though, in the LinkedIn group. Just go ahead and start a discussion, and we can start chatting there. So thank you, guys, and we'll catch you in 2 weeks in the next webinar. Thanks a lot.
Awesome. Thanks a lot, guys. See you guys soon.